Hello my beautiful people, that's officially my last video of the year and I was thinking for so long how to make this work. What do I want to do as the last video? And I know there's so many videos like that, but I really wanted to share with you the best makeup of 2023 because I feel like with last few launches I reviewed, I literally gave away a lot of my love to makeup because I'm kind of leaning towards luxury items lately, a lot of skincare, a lot of body care, a lot of self-care in general. And I just wanted to remind you that we have a lot of items this year that were just so good, and this huge amount stuff in front of me shows this as well. So I was thinking, what should I do? Should I do like a random beauty purchases video? Should I do like best of the skincare, best of the hair care? If you want me to do videos like that more and tell you what I bought this year and I love so much in like random beauty stuff, beauty tools, anything, leave me your comments down below. I decided that I'm gonna start from makeup, and if you want more, just let me know and we'll do more. I do want to mention that this is my personal opinion and you don't have to agree with me. This is perfectly fine if you have your own opinion. Those are my thoughts and I'm just sharing with you my passion. I'm sharing with you the love to those items. So I hope you will enjoy this and maybe you'll discover something new for yourself that just worth the hype. Maybe you were thinking about some items and you was wondering, are those items good? And this video will just prove that yes, they're worth the money. Okay guys, so I do look like a bubblegum. I don't know why did I choose this specific look. I just felt like that today. I woke up and I'm like, yes, I feel it. I want this outfit to be the outfit of my last video. And we're gonna start from the primers. And just to be completely honest with you guys, completely transparent, I didn't choose any primer to be the primer of the year. I do want to tell you that probably the primer of the year for me was this Dior Forever Glow Veil primer, and you can definitely tell how well loved it is. But honestly, I don't want to include this primer in this video officially, technically, because I already included this, because the price point is just so much. It's massively expensive, but if you got this for Christmas or as a gift from somebody or for free somehow, maybe you're lucky enough to get that, it's a good primer. It's very milky consistency and I feel like I've been reaching for this one the most, and you can definitely tell that this is well loved. But I do feel like this is massively overpriced and I don't think that this is worth the hype. And you know guys that I'm very honest with you, so I don't feel like including this primer in the video. But let's check out the foundation section, any type of complexion products. And here I was struggling a lot because there were some things that I really liked. Like for example, I did get this Shiseido foundation. Most of those items I'm talking about I reviewed on my channel or I mentioned them in my previous videos. If you want to know my thoughts about, for example, this foundation or any other product, I can link those videos down below. I also reviewed this Fenty stick and I reviewed this Makeup by Mario foundation. What else was this year? I didn't review this product. This one is a True Match L'Oreal foundation that was reformulated. I like them all, but I just don't see myself reaching for them. And lately I've been really into some specific look. I do want to make sure that my skin looks very healthy without looking too greasy and without looking too matte, and I feel like this product gives me that look. So this is L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum that retails for $19.99, and this product is such a great product. I absolutely love it. That's what I'm wearing today on my skin. It gives me a gorgeous finish. It wears throughout the day beautifully. A little goes a long way. It's a very lightweight consistency. I feel like this would be so perfect if only it didn't have this stupid dropper that I absolutely hate. So I do want to show you that I have two bottles, one of them brand new that I haven't opened yet, but another one is basically empty. And this dropper, like if you're looking how disgusting it is, like I should have probably washed it, but it just so gross because for some reason I don't even have to use a dropper by itself. I use it as a spatula because it's always getting so much product out that it's making a huge mess. Because of this, I was struggling, should I actually include this in a video, but I love it so much that I just had to, and honestly price point is pretty good. And this year I just was reaching for my staples like this Fenty skin tint. I got another one. Also I got new foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. You see that I prepared. I got backups already for stuff that I really like. I haven't discovered anything except of this product that I would be reaching before, but this literally changed everything for me because it has good amount of luminosity, but it's so soft, so natural that I feel like so many skin tones and skin types can benefit from this product. If we're talking about concealers, this year definitely was very noticeable with concealer launches, but just because I'm not a big fan of trying new concealers, I kind of gave up at some point because I feel like if I'm buying new concealer, it lasts me forever. And when I was purchasing new concealers constantly, I started getting so many of them that just were expired and I would never use them again. So I was very patient and I didn't buy a lot of new concealers. I'm still using stuff that I really like. So I don't have any new concealer for you to talk about. But let's talk about brows, because here I have two products. One of them is a drugstore option, another one is a high-end that I absolutely hate, that I love it so much. So let's start from the high-end version. So this is Kosas Brow Pop Nano Ultra Fine Detailing and Feathering Eyebrow Pencil that retails for $22. I have a shade dark brown. I'm horrified how badly I love it. The color was amazing, but the formula was so good. I'm out. You're not getting a lot of product, and I got this when it was Sephora, one of the Sephora savings events. When they launched this and immediately it was saving event. It was before holiday, and guys, I absolutely love it. The formula is just so perfect. It's not too dry, but it's not too creamy. It's so good. It's more on the drier side if you would ask me, like, how does it feel? So it's so easy to feather your eyebrows, it's so easy to fill the gaps. I was filling all my eyebrow with this pencil and I absolutely love it. Like, if you have money to splurge, that's such a good formula, and I'm absolutely in love with this, and I'm sure I'm gonna repurchase this one. Honestly, when I was buying this, I didn't have another option except of soft brown that leans towards more like orangey tone, and dark brown was the other one. I wanted to get something slightly deeper, maybe medium brown, but when I went to Sephora, I wasn't able to find that color again. It was out of stock, so I purchased another item, and this item was a good surprise for me. I'm sure it wasn't launched this year, but I discovered this recently and I'm very excited that I did, because this one was literally half of the price, so we can buy two of those pencils instead of Kosas one. And I hate saying this out loud, but that's the truth. So this is NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso that retails for $11. That's what I use today for my eyebrows. I feel like that's such a good shade, especially now with the color of the hair I have right now. I like how it is not as creamy and waxy as, for example, precisely my brow pencil from Benefit, but it's not as drying as this that I specifically like for some reason too. It's kind of in the middle. It reminds me of Milani brow products that I absolutely like as well, and the shade name is the same one that I usually use in the Milani products. I like it. I feel like it's a really good formula, and I feel like it's giving me a good wear test because I'm wearing this constantly to work. I feel like this is such a good option in a drugstore that not everybody is talking about, so I did want to include this in the video I'm filming because I've been reaching for this quite a bit, and this is my go-to recently, and I feel like this one deserves your attention as well, guys. Okay guys, so now I'm like beyond excited because I'm going to talk about a product that I feel like I haven't talked about this for some time, and I kind of was trying not to use it every single day because that's what was happening. And this one is from Beauty. This one is Beauty No Limits Cream Bronzer and Contour Stick that retails for $20. This product is just so perfect. I have a shade Harmony, and I got this in one of my Ipsy boxes, and I'm so grateful because this one is a game changer. If you don't believe in cream bronzers, if you feel like this is too intimidating, try this one. This one is literally a game changer. It's so creamy, but it gives you just enough time to blend it. It's so blendable. It's so beautiful on the skin. It doesn't give you any harsh lines. It melts into your skin. It dries down. It doesn't feel greasy after, and it's just so perfect. And the price point is amazing. And just to give you a little bit of something, you can use my code that looks like that. It's LYS to get extra 20% off on this baby on their official site. You don't have to use this, but if you want to try this, that's the time, because you can get 20% off. And I feel like this is such a great product if you was looking at this and you would want to splurge, but you're not a Rouge member and you can't use 20% off in Sephora on the savings events. The other product I'm absolutely in love with, it's this one. I I don't think that a lot of people talked about this product because Tarte was kind of like in the middle of a lot of things happening around those brand trips. I tried not to get into any drama on my channel, and I'm perfectly fine without talking about that, but I feel like this baby didn't get enough hype. Even though it was a dupe, it is a dupe for Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. I feel like this is such a good formula and I absolutely love it. So this is Tarte Sculpt Tape Contour that retails for $35. I have a shade Soft Bronze. It is Italian formula and it has that messy applicator, but guys, something about this formula is just makes me love it so much. I've been reaching for this for many months at this point that, you know, it's basically dry. But the thing about this product, the color, I feel like it plays a big part in the reason why I love it so much, just because it's such a cool tone product that it gives me almost like a sculpted and bronze look at the same time, which is absolutely amazing. Love it so much. Very effortless, very easy to use, and it has very good formula. Okay guys, so now let's talk about blushes. This year was also all about blushes. A lot of very crazy colors, like very crazy colors. I feel like I could have used this blush for this look, but I didn't. I'm not gonna lie, this is a little crazy color for me, and even though I tried so many crazy colors, I still found myself reaching for very muted shades but very well formulated. So that's what I want to talk about, and I want to start from the blush I used today, and I used today one of those babies. So this is NARS Afterglow Liquid Blush that retails for $32. I use the shade today Orgasm, and I have here Wanderlust, and I bought another color that I don't see here, so I probably didn't really like it on me, and I'm sure I can find this later. But those two colors I left on my table mainly because this Wanderlust color, it's very intimidating, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is lavender shade and it blends so beautifully just because the formula by itself is not as crazy pigmented as, for example, Rare Beauty one. But why I love this color is because it may be so sheer like that, like you barely see this, which people were complaining a lot, but also you can blend this to the point where it's gonna give you very beautiful tint. Like, it's gorgeous. Like, I feel like there is a time for this look, but I was always struggling to find that time. That's why it's kind of like sitting here, but I'm not really using this. From the other side, you look at my cheeks and you see this Orgasm blush, and it's absolutely adorable. If you're struggling with liquid blushes as well, and if you don't want to go as crazy as Rare Beauty or other blushes that just gives you so much pigment and you're very intimidated by that, I feel like this gives you ability to play and kind of like make your color as intense as you want, because it's immediately getting soaked by your skin and it gives you a very cute look, but you need to build it if you need the color. So I like it for this reason. It was very different. Honestly, when I applied this for the first time, I was kind of like shocked. I'm like, hold on, what is happening? Is it just disappearing? But then I feel like a lot of us just accepted this blush as something that wasn't good enough. Meanwhile, this is really good formula. It's just very different from what we get used to use lately, especially, you know, when we're talking about liquid blushes that have a lot of pigment right away. The other blush I absolutely love, and I thought I'm gonna pick up another color, but when I went to Sephora, the color I loved was sold out, and I see that it's sold out online as well. But I do want to talk about this Makeup by Mario blush. This one is Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Powder Blush that retails for $28. I have a shade Pinch Me Pink, and honestly guys, this is just a perfect color. I absolutely love it. I feel like this is very buildable. This gives you very healthy flushed effect, very dewy, very nice. Looks pretty gross, I don't know why. Maybe because I was using a brush that was used with other products. Anyway, let's look at the outside part. I do feel like this is such a good formula if you're looking for very dewy blush, very nice, very healthy looking, and it's non-problematic. It's such a creamy, nice formula. Definitely amazing formula for somebody who's looking for that minimalistic look, but you also can build it to the point where you're gonna have a lot of stuff going on your cheeks. So it's very good solid formula. I enjoyed using this so much since I got this. I'm not using this every single day obviously because I have so much stuff to use, but I've been reaching for this, and that's why I decided to include this in the video like that, because I feel like it definitely deserves your attention. Now we're going to talk about two competitors. So I have here 4 different blushes, and I'm pretty sure that I reviewed them in one video. I compared them, and I want to talk about both of them. I feel like when time goes by, you kind of see yourself reaching for some stuff and not reaching for the other stuff, and that's what I felt happened. So I felt like I was reaching for this formula a little more than for another, and let me tell you why. So this is Tarte Blush Tape Liquid Blush that retails for $35. So I have 2 shades, Pink and Peach. Technically, they look very different, and that's what I really like about them, because they look different. And I want to see this difference on my cheeks, so see, like one of them is more pink, another one is peachy, and even when you blend this onto your cheeks, you feel there's a difference. And this formula gives you more glow than pigment when you blend this in, because for some reason it just goes into your skin and gives you that almost like highlighting effect, which I like. So when I look at my cheeks, I definitely don't have to use any highlighter, and it's adorable. I feel like there's a time for this. I'm not saying that this blush will be for everybody, but I do feel like the formula is very nice. It's very different from what I'm going to talk about next, but I do really like it. I felt like I was reaching for those more than for other ones. It's hard because I'm trying to appreciate the original formula more, because this is technically a dupe. But let's talk about this original formula, because I was struggling seriously, should I include this in this video or no? But there is a reason why I do want to include those. So this is Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wand that retails for $42, and they are really nice formula. First of all, they give you more pigment than the previous ones, and it's definitely pigment right away. You don't have to work a lot to get the pigment. And I do want to show you 2 colors, Pink and Peach. It's so hard to tell which one is pink, guys, to be honest, just because I don't know, I feel like Pillow Talk that they launched, it was the color that you could buy just on their official site. It was limited edition color and definitely not sold at Sephora. That was more pink blush. Meanwhile, this, can you tell which one is pink? Because it's very hard for me, honestly, to decide that. When you will blend this blush, yes, it gives you pigment right away. It blends beautifully. It definitely has different finish. This dries out almost like a highlighter. This one is more matte, and I feel like there are people who will love either or, but there are people who will prefer matte finish over the highlighter one. The other blush, when you blend this other color, guys, I'm telling you, it looks almost identical. So technically, I mean, you don't have to buy 2 blushes. If you want to try this formula, get either or get just a limited one. I don't know, do they still sell this? I think they should. I've seen that in holiday sets, the Pillow Talk color, but honestly, when I looked at those 2 colors on my cheeks, I'm like, I don't know what color I just used, was it peach or pink, because it blends exactly the same. Even though the formula is amazing, I do want to tell you one thing, that if you want to try this blush, it's a really good formula. It's definitely not as effortless as this one, but it has very nice pigment, it has a very nice finish, but you don't need 2 of them. Like, get either or, because they look almost identical on the skin. Okay, next I want to talk about highlighters, and even though I feel like those highlighters were launched kind of like at the end of last year, I want to include them in this video because I didn't talk about them a lot since I got them, and they definitely deserve your attention. So first option I want to talk about is going to be this launch. This is Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez Positive Light Silky Touch Highlighter that retails for $25. Honestly, I still own 3 of them. One of them I had to give away because it was way too dark, but when I got all 4 colors, I was beyond excited. Guys, when I'm telling you that this formula is amazing, it is absolutely stunning. It's such a silky consistency. It's definitely chunkier formula than the next one I'm going to talk about. But when I used to work at Sephora and people would ask, what should I do? Should I get this highlighter? I would always say yes. This is customizable product, so you can definitely create that crazy intensity, or you can make it very nice and very smooth looking. Like, every color is just stunning. The only issue I've heard about is that while they were shipping those, the product would break. I do agree with that because I've seen a lot of people complain about that in real life. But the thing is about this product, yes, there's an issue with, with shipping, but the formula by itself is absolutely amazing, and the packaging is so cute. And I feel like last time when I looked at Sephora site, some of the colors were sold out again, so I think they will love it still. And the next product I'm gonna show you, it's gonna be this. The product I'm gonna talk about is Charlotte Tilbury highlighter, and this one is Glow Glide Face Architect highlighter that retails for $48. When I bought those and I looked at the amount of product and I told you that the pan is just making these circles, I was very surprised because you're paying a lot of money for what you're getting. But then I just realized that I really like the formula, guys. I hate saying this because I feel like it's very expensive, but I really like it. First of all, like when you're looking at my cheeks, I'm wearing this right now, and on my nose, you can barely tell up close that I'm wearing a highlighter. It's almost like a skin-like finish. If you compare it to Rare Beauty is more obvious if you wish. This one is more like skin-like finish, and it's so beautiful, such a mild formula. It's absolutely stunning, and I see myself reaching for those more and more. I can't not include them in this video because they are absolutely amazing. But I do realize that the packaging, there is something about this packaging that just they had to make better in order to put this price. So I feel like it's overpriced, but I still really love it. And I feel like if you got this as a gift or if you purchased this, the formula is absolutely amazing. Just you'll need to learn how to work with the packaging because the packaging is giving a little cheaper vibe, I'm not gonna lie. Okay guys, let's talk about mascaras because I have 3 babies here, and you will be a little surprised, I think, when I will tell you that I didn't include some of the mascaras I've been using for some time. And I feel like the reason why I'm not including those because I don't feel like I love them enough to go and buy another one. There were so many good mascaras throughout the year, and I just don't think that I'm gonna repurchase them honestly unless I will miss them so much. But for now, I do want to mention 3 mascaras, and I have a reasoning behind all 3 of them. So first one is Polite Society Greatest Lashes of All Time Volumizing, Lengthening, Lifting and Curling Mascara that retails for $27. I got this baby, I told you about this baby, and I'm biting my lip so much because I do want to buy another one, but I have so many mascaras open right now. But I am gonna buy another one because this formula was absolutely amazing. It gives me a vibe of a tube-in mascara, but it's not a tube-in mascara. It's such a clean formula. It makes your lashes very separated, very volumized. It's lifting, it's giving me very lengthening effect. I absolutely love this. It doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge. It's amazing. I hate saying this because I didn't think that I'm gonna love it so much. That's why I got a small one, but I loved it so much to the point that I do want to go and buy this, and I'm probably gonna do this very soon because I really miss it. The other one that's kind of like so close to this one, I don't know, the formula for some reason gives me a vibe of this formula, but the applicator is completely different, and obviously the formula is different. This one has a curvy applicator, and you probably know what it is by the color. This is Tower 28, and this one is Make Waves Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara that retails for $28. I got a free sample and I love it a lot. It's a very good formula. It's definitely clean. It's not very volumizing, but it's more lengthening. It's curling your lashes. It holds the curl, but it doesn't give you that, you know, nighttime look. It's more like a daytime mascara, but I really like it. So clean, so nice, so smooth. Never had any issues with that. I feel like if I would purchase either or, I would be happy, but I do want to make sure that I'm gonna repurchase each of them just to remind myself again how much I love them. And the other formula I'm gonna talk about, I have this mascara in blue color, and you probably know what I'm gonna talk about. This is YSL Lash Clash Extreme Volume Mascara that retails for $29. This one is so chubby and chunky. It's the blue shade, but look how stunning this blue is. This is absolutely amazing. The formula is just so good, so volumizing. It gives you such a good look. It definitely needed more time to dry out because it was a very wet formula, but it's so good. Very luxe formula. Can't wait to try black version of this mascara because I've been talking about this for probably months already, and I feel like that this blue is just one of the best blue mascaras, if not the best blue mascara I've tried. Okay guys, so I really was struggling when I was thinking about eyeshadow palettes, and I decided that I don't think I have 1 or even 2 eyeshadow palettes that I wanna involve in this video, but instead of that I want to talk about 10 eyeshadow palettes truly honestly I've been reaching for this year, and I'm gonna tell you why. I hope this video will not be like 40 minutes long, but I have 10 eyeshadow palettes I'm gonna talk about. I hope you're ready. So first one I want want to talk about this House Labs eyeshadow palette that's covered with my fingerprints, and I have this color story. I'm not sure is it still gonna be 50% off, but it was when I looked at the site 2 days ago. It had 50% off sale, which was absolutely amazing because I got this for a very expensive price. So even though the matte formula was not as amazing as I would hope it to be, those metallics, guys, I'm pretty sure those are not metallics, those two are foils because they feel like foils. They definitely have high intensity and they have this formula that just stays on your eyelids no matter what. So good. I'm obsessed, like literally to the point that I decided to leave this palette in my collection, even though it wasn't amazing when we're talking about matte colors, and the price I paid is just ridiculous. But I was using this, I've been reaching for this palette, and I feel like I got a good use of this despite of that fact that I purchased this not a long time ago. The other very fresh palette for me is this one. It's Urban Decay Moondust palette, and I was talking about this palette in one of my previous videos, and this consists of 4 different shades. Those are very well-known shimmers that Urban Decay carries. I'm not blown away by this palette. I do feel like this formula is not the best anymore on the market, but I truly love what they did here. The price point is great. I just couldn't not mention this palette in this video because I feel like this is an amazing deal, and if you like some shimmer, it's very buildable, it's very OG good shimmer, and I feel like I had to have it, and I've been reaching for this as well, so that's why it's in this video. Recently I was talking about holiday launch of Pat McGrath, and I really like that holiday launch, but I feel like I didn't have enough time to see am I reaching for those 2 color stories. Instead of that, I'm gonna mention this Mothership palette. It's a Moonlit Seduction. This has been literally one of my most used palettes this year, and I feel like you can't even tell. That's how great it is. The formula is amazing. This specific shimmer, this color is stunning. If I don't want to spend a lot of time doing any makeup look, I'm gonna use this palette. This is definitely my go-to. I wanted to mention this as my #1 palette, but it's not this year. It's a little OG palette at this point, but still it's absolutely stunning, and I wanted to mention that because I just couldn't skip it, honestly. One of the freshest palettes I got is this Alamar Cosmetics Destino palette. This adorable packaging. I reviewed this whole palette in my separate video, and I love it so much. The formula is such a solid formula, so good. I haven't been using this as much as I'd love to use it, but I've been reaching out for this, especially for some mattes, and honestly I used a lot of this yellow color. I'm not into those blues because I'm working, and normally I'm trying to not go crazy, not too crazy at least, but overall this palette was very good surprise for me. I definitely really love the formula. Another 2 palettes I want to mention are going to be from Violet Voss. Those 2 babies, they have amazing formula. They are very different, and I feel like even matte formula is very different in each of them, but the color story and the formula by itself, I'm going to show you insides. Insides are very messy, but I've been reaching for those palettes quite a bit, and I feel like we didn't talk a lot here about Violet Voss. Please excuse the insides. It's just you see how well loved they are. I know that I have so many color stories like that, but I still really like them, and today I use this palette that's called Sun-Kissed Summer. I love it a lot, and I reach for those palettes when I go to work because they have such an effortless touch, and they add something new every time I use them because of the different combos I use. And the other palette is gonna be from Estate. It's a fall edit eyeshadow palette. It's crazy, but I like it. It's really nice, especially when you combine those cool tones together. They give you such a nice look, very smoky, very effortless. And this, man, look at this. I was digging right there. It has a big hole. So yeah, I can definitely tell you that I've been reaching for this palette, and it's very different for me. I wouldn't expect to love it when I would look at this in a store, but I really loved it. The other palette, it's from a Lawless. It's the One palette. It's such a little baby, but oh my god, the colors are stunning. Again, the same color story like in many others, but honestly the pigment and the undertones are so different, and I really love it. The matte formula is so buttery. It's such a nice color combo for smoky look. love it so much. And the last two palettes I want to mention, one of them is gonna be this Chola limited edition palette, and this one is amazing. Yesterday I was using this when I went to work, and this just, it's amazing. Like, even for this combo, I'm so grateful. Like, this combo, it gives me a vibe of a home. But this has been very good friend of mine because it's so easy to use, especially if you're on the go. And the last palette, it's gonna be a big palette, and I'm biting my lip because in a video when I was reviewing this, I said that I wouldn't be reaching for a big palette, but after saying that, I've been reaching for this palette quite a bit, and you can definitely tell. It's not a solid formula, but it gives you very versatile color story, and I really like how everything looks on the eyes. It's not as good formula as other eyeshadows I showed you right now, but it's very nice, very solid. Mattes are a little dustier, shimmers are not as shimmery, but it's still very nice, and it still made me reach out for it for many mornings before going to work, so that tells a lot. Oh guys, I'm kind of losing my voice. Let's talk about finally last group. It's gonna be a lip product, and I want to mention probably 3 products. And when I'm looking at my table, I'm thinking that I've been really using some bold lipsticks lately, and those lipsticks aren't new, and you know my love to Gwen Stefani red lip. Today I'm wearing Gwen Stefani another color, and I can tell you for sure that this is a completely different formula. It's different from the other one I'm using in the red. It's slightly different. If you want to know small details about this, let me know. I'll tell you everything because I've been using a lot of bold lipsticks lately, but they all have been in my collection for some time, so I don't want to include them in this video, but I do want to include in this video those guys. This is Dior Addict Lip Maximizer Plump and Gloss that retails for $40. This product is reformulated. Recently they launched like frosty colors, very like wintry looking, but those are the ones that I got after ordering them when they just got launched, and I love them all. I love them all so much. They gave me different look. They're very plumping. It's a very light plumping effect because I can't use Too Faced lip plumpers, but I feel like my lips get so juicy. It stays on the lips for some time. It's massively comfortable, so nice. It's almost like so juicy looking without that crazy glitter or any pigment. It's just so nice. Definitely very luxe formula. Love them if you want a very nice, very high-end lip plumper and you don't want it to be like crazy plumping that your lips are literally getting red as tomatoes. Those babies, amazing. I'm gonna just briefly show you this product, but I don't want to mention this for a long time, but this lifter gloss from Maybelline, I got another one because I really like this formula. I don't think this one is from this year, but I really loved it. Honestly, my favorite color is a brass, but I got a moon that's also very nice, more like on the brownish side. This brass color was so pretty, but I'm very much out of it. So comfortable, such a good luxe formula for a very nice price. But just because it's not this year's product, I'm gonna skip it, but I wanted to mention this because I got another tube and it was very recently. And the last product I want to talk about is gonna be Summer Fridays. And yes, it's not this year's product, but this specific color was launched this year. So this is Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm for Hydration and Shine that retails for $24 in a color that's called Pink Sugar. If you would create a lip product that would describe me, it would be this. This is literally me in a lip product. It's so juicy. The color is so nice. It's so beautiful on the lips, very hydrating, very nice, smells so sweet. I love it so much. This color is my favorite, hands down. Oh, it smells so yummy. I always carry this in my purse. There's barely anything left, I'm not gonna lie. So I started carrying my Dior lip oil and I'm kind of getting out too, so yeah, I need to repurchase this baby, and I'm so sad that I haven't repurchased this on the Sephora savings event. This one is amazing, so nice, so sweet, a light pink shade, so good, love it. And if you will ask me why you haven't mentioned any powders or setting sprays, it's because of that fact that I mainly use the stuff that I loved for years at this point, because I'm going through OG stuff and I've been repurchasing OG stuff since I've loved that. that, and I'm always on the go. When I'm going to work, I need everything to look perfect. So that's why I don't think I'm reaching for anything new in these two categories. I know that pink powder was such a big trend. When I tried this in the store, I don't think that it was me, because I'm naturally getting very pink and very blushed on the cheeks just from anything basically. So it wasn't really flattering on my skin, but if you like pink powder, that's amazing. I'm glad it works for you. And guys, honestly, my throat is so dry. I do need to drink water. I feel like I talked so much. I hope this video wasn't boring for you guys, and I hope you discovered something good for yourself. I'm really grateful for this whole year. Thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you so much for watching my videos, for leaving comments, for liking videos, for sharing with your friend. I do really appreciate this. So many things changed through this year. I haven't even had time to reflect on that, but I do know that the thing I'm really grateful about is your support. Thank you so much for being with me all this time. Let's learn last Ukrainian word this year. And I feel like I want to say how to say the best in Ukrainian, because this whole video was about the best of the best, right? So if you want to know how to say the best in Ukrainian, you would say it like найкращий. 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 And yeah guys, thank you so much for staying till the end of this video. I hope you will have an amazing New Year celebration and will start your new year as a new chapter, being even better, even more successful, having all the stuff you want and being grateful for everything you have. Thank you for being with me. I love you all very much, and I'll see you next year. Bye.